iPhone 12 Pro Max users want to use yours with a DJI OM4, don't fear, I got you covered on this one. Howdy y'all, it's Kentucky Ranger. Excuse my voice, seasonal allergies is killing me. I just upgraded my phone to an iPhone 12 Pro Max, and the problem I replaced the iPhone 11, or what I say, the iPhone 12 Pro Max. I had an iPhone 11 Pro Max I'm using to record this right now. And it just barely fit with this clamp. And another problem is the wooden case I had. I had the this little ring on here. Of course, we'll get to what's going on here. But I had this glued to a back of another one of these cases, just like this, just a wooden case. And it would stick and everything, but as soon as I tried to pull it off, you know how strong the magnet is on this OM4, it ripped it off the case. I'm like, that's not going to work. But it kind of worked. I had to bend these out just a little bit to get it to fit around the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Is it Pro Max? Whatever it's called, the big one. But I got it to work, so it works okay. And it is listed under DJI's list as compatible with the OM4. Anyhow, it's the last one they listed with Apple devices that would work with this. They haven't listed the iPhone 12 as being able to work with this. In fact, they don't even list the smaller iPhone 12s, like what is it, the 12 mini and not the regular 12. They don't even have those listed yet. Why, I don't know, because once I got this going, it works. Because it's got a different camera, but it's running on the same iOS. So I think it's 14.6 right now. It works. The problem is the case. Wish I could show you, but it's sitting over there. If you look, the case on here is squared off. It's not rounded. So this didn't have anything to really bite into. So what I had to do, as you can see, I took all the little rubber padding off, all on here and everything. Took all that off. You might think, well, that's going to scratch or something. Well, no, because it's nice rounded edges, and there's really nothing. I get it in the light. There's really nothing that's going to scratch anything. So with the wood case, this works perfectly. See, it fits right on the case. And this is the typical phone case for the iPhone 12. Some vary. I think the OtterBox might be bigger. It might not work with this. But you can see that, if I can get in there, it fits just around the little edge there. And it holds it tight, holds it very secure. It's not going to come off. So that was the first fix that I had with this. Seeing it, you turn it on so you can see that it's working. I probably got it backwards. Anyhow, there it is. Okay, it's working. It's working just fine. It's not going to come off or anything. So I thought, okay, problem solved. But then I seen a video where, and see how you know how strong the magnet is on here, and I pulled this off and it didn't come off the case. That just shows you how secure this is. Well, then, because I thought, okay, this is okay. It works. In fact, if that's going to be your workaround, it works. That's all I can say about that. But I seen a video about these little discs. Now, this disc, I'll have the link in the description. You get on Amazon. I got the black one, there's a silver one, I think a blue one, a pink one. They got all kinds of different ones. They're about 12 bucks, I think, something like that. But all you have to do is you just secure that ring right in the center. You can see I ain't quite got it exactly centered, but it's centered enough. It works, trust me. You're going to see here in a minute, it works. It's made out of aluminum, and all you have to do, you don't have to worry about wear on this disc. That's another thing I noticed with the video, the guy didn't explain, because the way the design works, here's a Magsafe case. You've got a circular magnet, and then you've got a small little bar down here that helps lock. Well, you can see this is just a circle. So when you put it on here, there's nothing that keeps it from rotating, which to a lot of people will think, well, that stinks, that's not going to work. But trust me, it's actually cool that it does rotate a little bit. But another thing, you have to get a Magsafe case, because just a regular case, I'll show you here in a second, it doesn't work because it puts the spacing of the magnet that's built into the phone, it's too far out. But you can see it. I'll have a link in the description of this case too, but it has magnets built in right into the case. Actually, it's a pretty cool case. I think it was only like 12 bucks, and it's really a good case. Anyhow, on with this. Like I said, it doesn't matter how you position this, as long as you get it centered, get it as centered as you can. Then you put it on, make sure it fits with that key. See the little key here at the top, the little key at the top of that. Make sure those two line up and lock in. Okay, well now it's all good to go. Well, with a regular case, when you put it on, it kind of sticks. But it's just, see, it will not work. Absolutely will not work. But you take the case off and it works. Okay, once you get it on, you can kind of see the key, but DJI also put a little dot. So what you want to do is, here's the top of the phone where the camera is what you'd consider the top. You want to line that up with that little dot when you put this on. There. So now when you turn this on, see, it lines up. Now the cool thing, a lot of people say, well, it doesn't have that magnet to keep it in place, so it's going to spin all over the place. Trust me, it's not going to spin anywhere. It's going to work just fine. But what's cool is if this gets off a little, it's tilted just a little bit, you just want to squeeze the edges of this motor and then just move this a little one way or the other to get it, see, and that'll get it level. Now the cool thing with this, let me see if I can, let me get the app going here. There, okay. Now, another issue, and I hope they fix this in the next firmware update, because photo and video, it stays perfectly level. You can see that's, well, let me bump that a little bit. There we go. But when you get into the panoramic, it tilts it. It does a weird tilt. I don't know why it does that. And I've seen in the forums that it's something that DJI is addressing. But all you have to do when you're in tilt mode with this is just grab the motor, because you don't want to put any undue stress on the motor. See, you just level it. Now there is, you can go into the app and actually level it, but now it's all pushing buttons and all that stuff. This, you just flick your finger and it's done. Now when you go back to photo or video mode, it tilts it back. So now you have to grab the motor, Just shove that back a little bit so that it's level. So, and it actually works. Now, there's no way on God's green earth that I'm going to run around with this, with the phone unprotected, because while it's hanging on to it, it's not, if anything was to happen, because it's dealing, the magnets are pretty strong on this, but if somebody bumps you and the phone comes off and drops on the ground, it's going to ruin your phone. And that, So what I did is I found a Magsafe, a case with a Magsafe ring on it. Now what happens is when you put this onto your phone, because this ring is magnetic and it actually sticks to this case. Plus, because it's a magnet, the magnetic properties are even stronger. So by adding this to the case, or adding this case to the phone, it makes it even stronger. So when you put this on, turn that app off. So when you get this all clicked in and everything, this is a really cool case. I like it's translucent and it brings out the blue on the back and everything. But anyhow, with this on here, it's actually stronger. So now what you want to do, take this again. Like I said, you want to line this little white dot. You want to line that up with the top of the phone, which is where the camera's at. So you grab the little white dot and then you twist it a little bit. There we go. Get it lined up and turn it on. And there you go, level. I got that right out of the box, right out of the thing there. That's just how easy this thing is to work. I had my doubts about it, but the way this magnet is, it's twice as strong as just using it with just the case or without the case. With the case, it's twice as strong. This thing ain't going anywhere unless you drop the whole thing. I mean, but the thing about it is, now that it's in a protected case, you might damage your OM4, but you're not going to damage your camera. Or if somebody runs into it and knocks it off, I ain't going to do this because I don't want to break the OM4. Something happens, it gets knocked off. It's in a case, it's protected. Like I said, I'll have a link for this case. I actually like this case, it's really nice. But as to all of the issues, everybody's saying, oh, that's another thing. It's even though it's strong, it's not quite as strong as that little ring. So that stays on there. You can just leave that on like that. I think that's really cool. But I'll leave that. I guess I can put that on like when I'm going something more fancy. I don't know. Like I said, sorry about my voice. I just wanted to get this out here because it's really awesome. Like I say, it's so quick. Once you get that ring on there, and you line that little white dot up right with the top of the phone. Ain't really that hard to do. And then you just turn the phone on. Or turn the gimbal on. And there, it's done, ready to go. That's just how easy. And same thing with this. If you get it off a little bit, which that's actually dead on. But if you didn't, you just, like I said, see in the can, you grab this motor so you're not putting any undue stress on it, and then you would tilt it one way or the other just a little bit. See, now I've got it off. But if it was the other way, same thing, you'd grab, how do I do this? I'll do it left-handed. Grab the motor and just, yeah, you can hear the motor fighting me a little bit. But it's really not that difficult. There you go. Get it towards there. It's just level. So, I mean, that's just how easy that is. And this actually works. So here's another thing. It's wiggling a little bit. That's another issue that this is having with the iPhone 12. Actually, it had this same problem with my iPhone 11. What you have to do when it gets that herky-jerky is you have to go into the iPhone. Let me turn this off so I can show you. Just in case you ain't quite sure, you're not quite familiar with it. But when you're in your iPhone, you just barely scroll up, and it brings, see how it brings the programs up? This is how you can actually turn them off. So you just flick these up to turn them off. We'll see what you have to do is you turn the Memo off. That turns it off, which resets it. You know, I had another camera app going, but what that does is that resets it. So the next time you start it, it's like you're starting it for the first time. And then when it links up to the OM4, everything works fine. It stops that jittering and all that stuff. So if it's jittering on you, go in to your, like I just showed you, where you slowly drag up. And of course there's nothing, let me see, let me open something up. Or actually, if you're in it, and I'll show you that too, if you're in the Memo app, because you see now it's showing, it's like first time I've ever used it. But if I was in this app and it was jittering and carrying on, all you have to do is just slowly raise it up like that, and then just swipe it, and that stops it. That turns it off, unloads it, and resets it. And every time that I've done that, everything works fine. So if you're having that kind of an issue, that's one thing you keep in mind. You just reset the app. Other than that, it's been working just fine. I was having those same issues. I'm sure a lot of the people that I'm reading on some of these forums, where it's jittering and it won't lock on. It won't do the follow me. Well, when you reset the app, everything starts working. The follow me works. Everything works. In fact, let's see. Let me set this up one more time so I can show you. Because that follow me app, or that follow me feature, is really cool. Let's see. Get Memo going again. Turn it on. Okay, let me line it up a little bit. There we go. Okay, looks like everything's connected. See if I can find a good target. There we go. It locked onto a flower on the table. See, works fine. Silky smooth. Everything's working beautiful. Then I turn it off, recenter it. Works just fine. All you have to do, like I said, you got to reboot the app, and it'll sync up and work. I had that problem. That was frustrating me to no end. In fact, the first time I actually deleted the app and reinstalled it, well, it fixed it. A few days later, I'm not sure what's going on but the iPhone 11 does the same thing. So I don't know what happens, but they sort of lose touch with each other. And instead of deleting the app and reinstalling it, all you have to do is offload the app, make sure it's shut down, restart it, and it works just fine. So anyhow, that's my 2 cents. It works. I'm happy with it. I like the case, and like I said, this is firm enough that it is not going to go, it ain't going anywhere. But in the case something happens and somebody comes up and bam, knocks it, and it comes off the phone, it's in a protective case. Well, there goes the doggies. Okay, and there's a video. Oh, stop. It was showing me the welcome video. But really nice case. I can't complain about the case. It's very protective, and it's thin. In fact, let me see. I think it's thinner than that wooden case. Yeah, look at that. It's even thinner. So it actually fits even better. Not that I would use it because I've got this other thing set up to it. So I like the case. What's really cool is this back it's hard plastic, but it's soft. It's really weird. And that MagSafe magnet that's in the case it sticks to the MagSafe magnet inside the phone, so it's really secured in there. I think it's cool. Now, I got to go out and do some shooting, and I feel safe to do it now, knowing that my phone isn't going to fall out of the thing, or, you know, something goofy's going to happen to it. Ow, getting in there. Okay, there we go. Anyhow, oh, and it fits. I got a little case here. Oh, this is a pretty cool case, but it fits right in here. In fact, I'll have a link in the description for this. I think it's got on Amazon, either Amazon or eBay. I don't know, whichever. I'll have the link. But fits right in there. And then I just put this one up here, and then I'm good to go. I like this case too because the OM4 fits in there, plus the little stand. In fact, I'd say that would probably make it even easier when you're first when you first turn this on, is to put the stand on instead of having to do it one-handed. I should have thought of that. I just thought of it. Let me see. Bet you anything that'll work even better. There's the little dot. Just always remember the little dot, and the camera's at the top of the camera, or the top of the phone. Okay, let me put this on. Okay, you can see it's not level. Yeah, I can do this just having to sit here. Just take my one hand, hold that motor, and then just, yeah, that'll work. Hell, that works even better. And same thing when you're in this and you go in. Oh, I'm not going to do that because it's, anyhow, when you go into the landscape mode and it tilts it, yeah, you just put it on. Of course, you're going to put it on a tripod anyway to do that, and then just use one hand to hold the motor while you twist with the other hand. So actually, that works even better. I just thought of that. Because doing it one-handed, the motor gets a little funky if you're putting too much pressure on it. This way it won't. Yeah, so that's another helpful tip. Anyhow, appreciate y'all watching. Sorry about the cough drop, but without the cough drop, I can't hardly talk today. This is one of them deals. I don't know what's in the air. But anyhow, I hope that helps everybody, because I noticed one of the forums that I'm in, it's been a hot topic of discussion, what's going on, why DJI hasn't come up with their own disc. I don't know why they're acting, because some of their answers to questions is it's not compatible because of the magnets. No, that doesn't do any. That's not the problem. The problem is that DJI is just not wanting to develop anything new. It's just like they could develop a different shaped clamp, a larger clamp. They haven't. I don't know what the deal is. I really don't. Oops. Love DJI products, but in fact, what's really nice about the OM4 is it's a very affordable, and it's a very nice gimbal. It replaced, I have got a, what's it called? I got the app for it. Moza. I've got a Moza Mini Me. That's what this replaced. It's a great gimbal. That's an awesome gimbal, but it's bigger. It's a little bit bulkier. That's one thing I like about this one, is it's small. You can see, look at this little case. I can take it anywhere, and in less than 2 minutes, I'm up and running. Yeah, just come on, DJI. I can't even talk today. Come on, DJI. Get with it and do something with this. In fact, I'd pay you if you could come up. Of course, I don't need it. I don't need it now. But if I didn't have this, like $25-30, so you just said, hey, look, here's the new MagSafe thing for our OM4, unless you're getting ready to come out with an OM5 that automatically has something built in that's compatible with an iPhone 12. I don't know. Maybe that's what's going on. Anyhow, God bless y'all for watching. Didn't mean to get too winded about this, but hey, it's cool. It's just these other videos that I'm watching, they didn't really go into an explanation of how to do this. They were just slapping it on, and oh, this is, you know, go out and do it. They weren't explaining how it would work. I wanted to explain, this is how this works. And even though it's not locking, because I think somebody on Etsy had a ring with the locking magnet. You don't necessarily really need that locking ring because it holds it tight enough. It's not going to rotate on its own. If it does, you've just dropped it. And it makes it nice so you can just adjust it on the fly instead of having to go into the app and do all the little tweaks and adjustments. This way, you just do it on your own. It's quick, easy. I like quick and easy. So anyhow, I'll let y'all go. God bless. Appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the next one, whatever it might be.